Am I the asshole for refusing to let my stepdaughter use my daughter's wedding dress? I'll try my best to explain the situation and make sure to present both sides. I, F49, met my stepdaughter Zoe 2.5 years ago. I married her father less than 5 months ago. It was a small and private celebration sign. That's what we felt was the best thing to do since I'm still grieving my daughter Lauren, who passed away from sepsis at the age of 26. It was so sudden. She was doing okay and was getting ready for her wedding that was supposed to happen the same month she passed away. We still don't know what went wrong. We were devastated to say the least. Her fiancé had a hard time adapting to the new normal. I still have contact with him. We're very close. I took most of her belongings including her wedding dress. We bought it together and she put a lot of her touches on it. Worked hard on it. Although it hurt to look at it. I make sure it's safe. Zoe's younger than Lauren. She's 23. We're not very close and distance is one of the reasons why. But we're very respectful towards each other. The issue started when Zoe visited to talk about her wedding in April. We were talking about wedding dresses and she suddenly brought up Lauren's wedding dress. I asked her what about it and she said she saw it several times and it got stuck on her mind. Asked if she could see it and I let her. She then said she'd like to wear it at her wedding. I felt uneasy. I told her I wasn't sure that was a good idea. She told me it's fine, she'll have to change few things in it so it can fit her size and style, but this is why I had a hard time accepting. I told her I was sorry but I can't let her have it. She offered me money but its sentimental value is what matters to me. She argued saying I was making things complicated and it was all right since she too is my daughter. She asked if I don't love her as much. I told her my love for her is different but she threw a fit calling me unfair and unreasonable to still say no. Her dad got involved in the argument saying he doesn't see why I'm against it. I declined to discuss it anymore but they kept bringing it up asking if my daughter would have wanted someone else to have the opportunity to wear this dress since she unfortunately couldn't. This made me so mad I lashed out at both of them and kept saying no. Others said that I had no right to act like that, leaving the dress in the closet when my stepdaughter can make good memories with it. But she said she's planning on changing its look. 100% not the asshole, but everyone else in this story sure is. The fact that both your stepdaughter and your husband are continually guilting you after you have firmly said no is not just disrespectful, it's preying on your grief. I'm disgusted that any person who claims to love you would presume to tell you what your recently deceased daughter would want. Also, a girl can avoid having to look for another wedding dress. And the audacity to tell you that you are making things complicated. I'm infuriated for you. Not the asshole. That dress is no longer just a dress, it is a sacred memory of your daughter. You really need to put it elsewhere, though, because I wouldn't put it past your husband or his daughter to take it when you aren't around. I would also tell your husband that he needs to shut the fuck up and be grateful he will get to see his daughter get married and not have only a dress left to remind him of what should have been, that you would trade anything to have your daughter back, but since you can't, you will hold on to every memory you have. I would also tell him if he ever goes up against you about anything regarding your daughter's memory again, you will be filing for divorce within 24 hours afterward. You are not the asshole, and you keep that dress well hidden and safe. Otherwise you may find it missing or hurt. The fact no one else sees your sentimental value in it is disheartening. Stay strong. Not the asshole. They aren't entitled to anything. This sounds more like a demand than a request since they couldn't accept no. My condolences, the death of a child is a huge blow. She offered you money, so why doesn't she just buy a dress with a similar or same style? Not the asshole. And to be honest, a wedding dress is not one of those she'd want you to kind of things. It was super personal and even more so now. It is one thing to gently broach the subject, but then to go disrespectfully no holds barred on you is just ignorant and extremely wrong of both of them. Please stick to your guns. You already know how you feel about it, but don't let them make you second-guess yourself. Not the asshole. Your stepdaughter is not entitled to your late daughter's dress. Full stop. You admitted that you and your stepdaughter don't have a close relationship and the first thing she does is ask you to give her your late daughter's dress? Then she has the audacity to pull the "but I'm your daughter too" BS. No is a complete sentence. I would advise moving the dress out of your home to somewhere safe where your stepdaughter will not have access. Sorry for your loss. Not the asshole. Wedding dresses are expensive, and I'm sure Zoe is looking at this as a way to save a few bucks. That said, it's not for her to change and make modifications to. Not the asshole. Maybe if Lauren and Zoe had grown up together as sisters, but you met Zoe's dad when she was 20. She was a full-grown adult when you married, so that makes her your husband's daughter more than your stepdaughter. You don't owe her any type of familial debt. You can love her as a person, but that's different than the love you have for a daughter you raised and subsequently lost. Keep your daughter's dress as long as you like. I'm sure Lauren would be much more concerned with you finding solace in her dress, than someone else getting to make memories in it. Not the asshole. Please hide the dress up. It shouldn't be in your home anymore cause there's a good chance that they might just take it. Not the asshole. Hide that dress. Hide the dress. Not the asshole. I am bewildered as to why your stepdaughter wants it. You are definitely not the asshole. And I am so sorry for your loss. Only someone lost in selfishness would think that it was appropriate for Zoe to take and alter the dress when it clearly makes you very unhappy and means you lose a link to Lauren. Even if Zoe had no Lauren, you wouldn't be an asshole for saying no. The fact she didn't makes it even more clear-cut. Not the asshole. I would not let her change your daughter's wedding dress. You know it would come back different if it came back at all. Not the asshole. By the way she reacted to being told no, the way her father sided with her, and the way they won't drop it, I really think you should either lock it up where you have the only key or give it to someone they don't know or have access to for safekeeping until after the wedding, because she might just try to take it no matter what you say. She has no right to the dress, and asking if you don't love her as much as just being manipulative. I'm so sorry you're having to deal with this. Not the asshole. Your cheap stepdaughter and her father can find an affordable dress at David's Bridal. Your daughter's dress was hers and it sounds like you find a great deal of sentimental value in it, so there is no reason anyone else should get to use it. Also, about her comment about loving her less, of course you would love her less. You birthed your daughter and raised her. You only met your stepdaughter 2.5 years ago, as a 21-year-old adult. You may love her, but it will never be as much as you love your daughter, which is completely understandable and normal. The brat and her father need to stop gaslighting you and pushing you to do this. If not, divorce them both because they do not care about your feelings. Best of luck. Not the asshole. First of all, I'm so sorry for your loss. I can't believe the entitlement and insensitivity from your stepdaughter. And I can't fathom why she and your husband can't comprehend that you're grieving. The sense of entitlement, my goodness. Why is your husband not backing you up? Not the asshole. Honestly, your husband's complete lack of empathy for what you're going through is disgusting. You lost your child and by siding with his daughter and demanding your late daughter's dress, he's showing you how little he really cares for and loves you. The blatant disrespect and entitlement they're showing is appalling. If I was in your shoes I would be filing for divorce. This man does not love you in the way you deserve to be loved. I'm so sorry for your loss. You are not the asshole, but please get that dress somewhere safe where neither your husband or his daughter can access it. You are not the asshole, but your stepdaughter sure is. She sounds like a disrespectful brat, and you should not cave to her demands. If she doesn't like it, she can suck a tailpipe. Not the asshole. It was one thing to ask, another to throw a tantrum about it. I am so sorry for your loss. Not the asshole. The husband and the stepdaughter are quite the asshole pair though. Please consider hiding the dress for the time being. And #X200B. You never need to apologize for or rush grief. I'm very sorry about Lauren. Not the asshole. It's your daughter's dress. And priceless to you. You have no obligation to share it so your husband's daughter can ruin it. I'd also put it in a safe place. Don't give them easy access to it. I can see it mysteriously disappearing and being altered before you get it back. To say your husband and your stepmonster, I mean stepdaughter, are insensitive is an understatement. And to try and use the "what would your dead child want?" I would have committed a murder, not going to lie. I would go get the dress preserved by a professional so neither can get to it. And can I ask who the others are that would have the balls, besides your awful SD and husband, to say that you have no right to want to save your baby's dress? I'm so sorry for your loss. I couldn't even imagine. Good luck to you. I'll be giving my babies a tight squeeze tonight. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. The dress is your daughter's keepsake and your stepdaughter wants it for the sake of it. Maybe she doesn't want to spend money on a new dress or is fixated on that particular dress for some odd reason, but you have every right to refuse. It's concerning that people who should be closest to you are refusing to see your side and basically denying your wishes. Not the asshole. They're laying the emotional manipulation on pretty thick. Your stepdaughter has zero claim to the dress and needs to know that no means no. NTA. It's a keepsake. She is looking at it as a way to save money. If her and her dad are still complaining about it, please put it somewhere where they don't have access to it. They obviously think they are entitled for her to use it, and I worry they may take it without your knowledge. Not the asshole. Is this serious? No is a complete answer. End of story. Not the asshole. But I'm not sure I could stay married to someone who was casually so incredibly cruel to me. If she's trying to save a few bucks, I'll fucking send y'all my old wedding dress. She can modify that all she wants, tie-dye it, idgaff. But they sure as shit better leave your daughter's dress alone. They are pure cloaca incarnate for demanding it. Not the asshole. I think everyone here will tell you you are not the asshole. Your husband needs to do a better job at respecting your boundaries, and I hope this is not something that's a consistent issue in your relationship. If you said no and said you aren't willing to talk more about it, then the door is closed and they have no right to try to pry it open. Not the asshole. This was your daughter's dress and it's your call, and possibly her fiancé's, too. No should have been enough. It's time for them to move on, finding a different dress. You didn't raise your stepdaughter and the two of you don't know each other well. Losing a child is a terrible thing, no matter the child's age. I am gobsmacked that your husband and his daughter are disrespecting you so badly in this situation. Not the asshole. This is a precious keepsake, and you are not taking anything away from anybody by not allowing it to be altered. If cost is the issue, there are beautiful gently used dresses for sale all over the place. NTA. Your stepdaughter is completely self-absorbed and I don't even know why she asked in the first place. I'm so sorry for your loss. You're certainly not the asshole for the many reasons other commenters stated. I'd also add that you should consider storing it outside your house, at least until Zoe gets married. This level of entitlement means they may not respect your word and take the dress. Certainly your husband seems to be one that could facilitate it. My condolences. She threw up the "Don't you love me" over wedding dress. Yikes, she's the asshole and your husband is too. Not the asshole. If it was your daughter's best friend or a relative that your daughter was super close with, then I can see allowing them to wear her dress in her honor. But got your stepdaughter to wear it? No, your stepchild had no real relationship with your late daughter or even with you. All she sees is a pretty dress. For you, and probably the fiancé, that dress was a symbol of love. If I were you, I would move the dress out of Step's reach. Maybe keep it at the fiancé's house until after Step's wedding. She might just take it and alter it without telling you. Not the asshole at all. She has no right to a dress that she didn't purchase, and you have every right to keep something that is important to you as a reminder of your daughter. Not the asshole. This dress is very important to you. It's priceless piece that your daughter poured her heart in. Your stepdaughter and husband see it as only a dress when in reality it represents so much more. There are many wedding dresses available that your stepdaughter can pick from. Not the asshole. The sentimental value makes the dress priceless. Not the asshole. Cherish those memories. I wouldn't allow any alteration of the dress either. That's selfish of them to force you to. On another thought, it's like they don't want to buy a wedding dress for her wedding. Alterations are cheaper. Maybe too cheap. Not the asshole. Wow, I am so sorry that you are going through this. Please hide the dress in a safe place or remove it from the house altogether. I can't understand why they can't understand how unreasonable her asking even was. I'm so sorry. NTA. I'm sure Princess Bridezilla can buy her own dress. Give the dress back to her fiancé before they steal it. They will steal it. Everyone else had it covered, that's all I want to add. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Keep an eye on the dress. Maybe even store it at a trusted family member, friend's house until after your stepdaughter's wedding. Not the asshole. She was trying to get a free dress to save on her wedding. She wanted to change the dress to suit her taste. No. Wedding dresses are special sentimental items. Your daughter added her own touches, which makes it even more special and even more representative of her and her memory. Your stepdaughter is being selfish and thinking only of herself. Neither her nor your husband gets to decide how or how long you grieve the loss of your child. And, at least to me, they were minimizing your feelings as if they didn't matter. I'm so very sorry for your loss. You deserved more empathy from them. Not the asshole. Not only is it your daughter's dress, it's one of the last things you and your daughter worked on together, so her memory is partly in that dress. If your stepdaughter likes the dress so much, she can have the same dress made with the alterations she wants, but I don't see why she needs your daughter's actual dress. In my opinion, the best would be if she were open to working on a new dress with you so that you two can create your own memories and bond. Not the asshole. Taking aside the emotional aspect and that it's a total dick thing to do by both your husband and stepdaughter to nag and guilt you about letting your stepdaughter to wear that dress, ultimately, that dress, even though your daughter never got to wear it, is your dress to do with it as you please. If you don't want them to wear the dress, you're under zero obligation, be it moral or legal, to let someone wear that wedding dress. Not the asshole. They are suggesting something outrageous without any hesitation. Rent a storage unit and secure the dress there. Put all of your daughter's belongings there and get your new husband into marriage counseling, because this is not a normal problem. Not the asshole. You would not ever get the dress back from her because it would now be her wedding dress that she can't part with. Find a safe place for the dress. I suspect it may go missing soon and show up on your stepdaughter the day of her wedding. Keep it somewhere else for a while. Also, I'm so sorry for your tragic loss. Not the asshole. Your husband is thought for thinking any of this is okay. I'm so sorry.